Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Thursday, April 16th, and this is my morning market breakdown for the US dollar pairs, including gold, and we also look at a couple of the yen pairs. As always, we start off with the US dollar index daily time frame because if we can figure the dollar index out, then we pretty much know what to do on the dollar pairs themselves. Like I've been saying over the last week or so, I think that this is an A, B, C inside of a WXY pattern on the weekly. It definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also. It seems like we potentially could be getting close to ending a wave A. If that's true, then the next move would be up dollar, potentially for maybe even a week or two for a wave B, and then potentially back down again, maybe to like the 78% for a wave C, before we actually end up making another big uptrend similar to this uptrend for the big wave C on the weekly time frame. Now, I do have an alternative count, and if this right here really is a wave C inside a running flat, then it will not do that, but instead it could still go up a little bit, but it will make lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and it will just keep on making lower lows, lower highs, and keep on trending down. So we do need to be a little bit cautious with bullish dollar analysis because the trend is definitely still down on all these higher time frames. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, it looks to me like the dollar wants to go counter trend. And this is the current structure level right here. If it breaks this, then we'd want to throw a Fibonacci retracement on this whole last move down. Then we'll be looking for longs on the dollar. While we're looking for longs on the dollar, if it makes an overlapping corrective pattern to a Fibonacci retracement on this move down, and then makes an impulsive turn to the downside, then we'll know that the dollar is going back bearish and we'll go short again. While we're looking for longs on the dollar after the break of structure, if it instead makes an impulsive move up and goes up and breaks this high, then that will tell us that the daily time frame wave to the downside is complete. That's how I like to call learn and earn at the same time. So what we need to do is we need to take this information and apply it to the dollar pairs themselves. So moving on to the euro dollar, back up to the higher time frames. Euro dollar, pretty much the same exact analysis. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are sitting at the 161%. Definitely seems like a pretty good area of resistance. There's a little drop-based drop zone right here. That seems also like a pretty good area of resistance. There's no engulfing down yet. There's no break of structure down yet. So we do have to be a little bit cautious with our sorts. But one of two things is going to happen, I believe. It's either now going to make a pullback to this whole last move up like this and then continue up later on, or potentially if it really is, if the dollar really is trending down, then it still could make a pullback, but it would be higher lows and then higher lows and then just continue to make higher highs, higher lows. That's why I think we do need to be a little cautious with our sorts. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, we still haven't broken any real structure. This break of structure right here is going to at least tell us that this wave from here to here is complete. So if it breaks below here, which I feel like it probably will, then the first thing I'm going to do is throw my Fibonacci retracement on the whole move. Then I will look for shorts. While I'm looking for shorts, if it makes an overlapping corrective pattern to a Fibonacci retracement level and then breaks back up, I will stop looking for shorts and start looking for longs. While I'm looking for shorts after the break of structure, if it makes an impulsive move to the downside and eventually goes down and starts breaking these major structure levels, then that's how I will know that the higher time frame has made a significant turn down. So moving on to the pound dollar, back up to the daily, same exact analysis as the euro dollar. This is either going to now, I think, make a pullback to the last move up like this and then continue up like that later on or in the next several weeks. Or if this really is going to continue to trend, then it could be higher low, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. But just like on the euro dollar, we do have to be a little bit cautious with our sorts because we really don't have a lot of evidence yet that it's going down. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, at least if it breaks structure right here with momentum, we'll have more evidence that it really is going down. So if it breaks this low, the first thing I would do is start my Fibonacci retracement on this whole move up. Then I would be looking for shorts, right, on pullbacks. While I'm looking for shorts, if it goes like this, makes an overlapping pattern to a Fibonacci level, then I'll simply stop looking for shorts, start looking for longs again. While I'm looking for shorts, if it just maintains lower lows, lower highs, then I'll just continue to look for shorts and I'll just learn and earn as we go. And eventually, if it goes down and breaks this low down here, I'll know that the higher time frame has made a significant turn. So because of the dollar analysis, it's pretty much the same thing on all of these pairs. Aussie dollar is a little different, but same type of scenario. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. We just recently took out these highs, probably a good area for some resistance. We are at a Fibonacci level. There's not really a whole lot of proof that it's going down yet, but I think that there's one of two things are going to happen. I think it's either going to make a pullback to the last 5 waves up and then continue the uptrend later on, or I think it's just going to make a pullback to the last wave like this and then continue the uptrend like that. We do need to be a little bit cautious with our shorts, though, because even on the 1 hour time frame, there's no real breaker structure yet. I currently have my Fibonacci retracement from here to here because that's where the last series of higher highs, higher lows started. I mean, if it just makes a corrective overlapping pattern down to a fib level and then breaks back up, then we definitely still want to go long. So we definitely still want to have a long bias. Now, on the other hand, if it does go down and break more significant structure like this right here, then that's what will tell us that the higher time frame really has made a significant turn. But like I said, we do need to be a little bit cautious with our shorts because there's really not a whole lot of proof yet that the market is actually going down. It could just end up making a little pullback like this and continuing the uptrend very, very easily. So moving on to the dollar CAD, back up to the daily time frame, same exact analysis, just different direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. I think one of two things are going to happen. I think it's either going to make a pullback to the last move down and then continue down later on, or I think it's just going to make a pullback to the last wave like this and then continue down, making lower lows and lower highs. It all depends on what the dollar index is going to do. Moving down to the 1 hour time frame, I put my Fibonacci retracement from here to here. We don't even really have a break of structure yet, but this is the break of structure that proves that this wave is over. So if it, just like the other pairs, if it makes an overlapping pattern up to a Fibonacci retracement level and then turns back down, you definitely want to continue to look for shorts. If it instead makes an impulsive move up and then starts breaking more significant structures like this one right here, then we'll know that the wave on the higher time phase is complete, and that will turn us much more bullish. Until you get this significant break of structure, you do have to look at anything you see to the upside as possibly just a pullback within a downtrend. So moving on to the US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss really hasn't broken any structure either. It never did make a new low. All these are higher highs. So, we still possibly could just be in a correction to this last little 5 waves down right here. So I definitely still would be looking for shorts. I mean, we're at the 78%. If it turns down here, then it could just keep on going down. On the other hand, if it goes up and breaks this high, then the first thing I would do is on my Fibonacci retracement on the whole move down, and then I would try to observe while looking for longs, whether it makes a corrective overlapping pattern like this and then continues the downtrend, or whether it makes a very impulsive move like this while looking for longs and then eventually goes up and breaks some more significant structure. So all the dollar pairs, the analysis is basically the same because we're basing the analysis on what we see on the dollar index itself. So moving on to gold. Gold, I still think gold has some more upside. I'm really not convinced that gold is going down. We did just hit the 78%. That probably is a big area of resistance, and we just took out the high, so that's probably why it made a little bit of a pullback. But I still think that gold potentially is going to go up into this area, and before it actually starts a bigger push down for wave B, I still think that we're in a wave A right now. So overall, I am definitely still very bullish on gold. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, definitely a little bit slow and overlapping right now. And this right here potentially could just end up being a pullback to this wave up right here. Now, if it does decide to go down and take out this low, which it definitely could, then the first thing I would do is on my Fibonacci retracement on the whole move up, and then I would try to observe to see if it's making a pullback to the last move up, or if it's making a brand new impulsive move down. Because I'm still very bullish on the higher time phase, I think there is a chance that this move down right here is just a little pullback, ABC correction to this last little wave up right here. So if it does, make an engulfing up at the 61, 78%, I definitely would continue to look for longs on gold. There's really no evidence yet that it's going down. I think we just found some resistance at the 78% Fibonacci retracement on the daily time frame. And moving on to the yen pairs, back up to the daily time frame. Like I've been saying, I still think that the dollar yen needs to hit this 161 area because there's a Fibonacci level on the weekly time frame up there. We made a big reversal candle right at the 61 78% Fib retracement of this last push up. So there's a good chance that this does start a brand new wave to the upside, especially if the dollar index does turn up like we suspected it could. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I currently only have my fib from here to here because there's no break of structure yet. I personally think that price is going to break structure, and if price does break structure, that is going to turn me much more bullish. I'm hoping to see a break of structure, and then I'm hoping to see a pullback because after the break of structure, I will go long on the first pullback and every pullback from that point forward. Because, like I said, I'm still very bullish. I still think there's a very good likelihood that the dollar yen is going to reach around the 161 area. So we'll see. It doesn't necessarily have to break structure. I mean, it could make another lower high. It could just keep on going down. But I think because of the dollar analysis that it is going to break, and then I'm hoping to see a nice pullback and a nice long entry after the break of structure. So moving on to the euro yen. Yen pairs have been overall a little bit sideways last couple of days. We still didn't really hit this Fibonacci level on the higher time phase. Maybe it does have a little bit more up just to grab that fill level, but it does look like we could be getting close to a top on the daily time frame. No real proof of it yet, though. That's the problem. There's really no proof that we're actually going down yet. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, since the trend is still up on the higher time phase, we definitely want to look at anything we see to the downside as possibly just a pullback within an uptrend. So as of right now, I got my Fibonacci retracement from here to here. Now, if price does go down and break all these lows right here with momentum, then we would throw our Fibonacci retracement on the last series of higher highs, higher lows, and then we would observe it to see if it's an impulsive move or whether it's a corrective move. But it hasn't broken any structure yet, so potentially anything we see down still could be a pullback within an uptrend. I still think that it potentially needs to hit this 200%, which is right around the 187.8 area. So I'm still overall very, very bullish on the euro yen. And moving on to the pound yen, back up to the daily time frame. Also, the pound yen has been finding some major resistance up here the last few days. We got some doji candles. Unfortunately, we just don't really have any proof that it's really going down yet. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, we still don't really have any break of structure. We still don't have like a real significant reason to think that this is going down. So as of right now, I got my fib retracement from here to here because this could just be another pullback within an uptrend. I feel like at some point very soon, within the next day or so, we are going to get a push down. We are going to start seeing some of these breaks of structure, and potentially we are going to start a bigger move to the downside. But until it actually happens, we don't know that to be true, right? There's no reason to say that this potentially couldn't break out of that 300% fib extension and just keep on going if it wants to. The trend definitely needs to be your friend, and the trend is definitely still up on the daily and on the weekly time frames. So, anyways, definitely don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, especially if you want to follow along with all my trades and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.